Okay, be patient with me. I'm going to walk you through the steps of how to have students share Google things. Um, this is all self-taught. I find that sometimes it's easier just to ask somebody who's gone through the process, and I'll see what I can do. What you're looking at right now on my screen is Wakelet. Let's see if I can. So Wakelet. It is also an amazing online app you can use for yourself and with students, but I'm not here to advertise Wakelet. Okay. I'm going to open up a Google slide. And one of the things I want to do is I want my students to do, let's say, a group presentation. What I would always do for students is I would create the template of what I wanted them to do, like this. And let me actually make this screen bigger so you can see. Okay, so the other thing, just a couple of layers to this conversation here, but the other thing is, what am I trying to do? New slide. Anyway, sorry, I know this is not fun. So let's say, just for sake of whatever, would be it's really important to, when you're doing a group project, to make sure that every student can get the grade that he or she deserves on their own and their own feedback. I never make group projects dependent on all members participating. It just doesn't work. And, you know, if you say that's like the real world or the business world, well, okay, there's an argument to be made for and against, but that's just my way of doing things. So I have a new slide, you know, whatever, member two, and each one is going to get like a question designed for them. So when they get this template, they would put their own name, their own question, you know, they can decide that. Okay, so now I want to share it with students. So I'll make a shareable link. And this is where things can get really complicated. The only thing I want the students to do is view this Google slide presentation. I don't want them to edit it. I don't want them to comment. I don't want any of that. I just want them to view it. When they're done and they open it up themselves, they will go File, Make a Copy. This is what they do. And if they have, if you're using Google in your school, they will have their own drive, and this copy will go in their Drive folder. Okay, and this is where it's important to tell students. The next step, once they have this copy, let's pretend I'm a student that just made this copy. I am going to share it with editing capability to the other members of my group and their emails. They will then get that. They will be able to edit and collaborate and work on the Google Slides together and then turn it into you. Pretty cool. So the same thing works for Google Docs. If you want them to collaborate, there's a couple of ways to do it. So they can oops. You can share it with everyone, and they have to sign in. Now, again, there's two ways you can do that. You can have just view, and then they have to make a copy and then share it with other people. Or they can comment, especially if you're working on a class together. Or they can edit it. Unless you really trust your students, do not have them have capability of editing the master copy. Don't do it. But they can comment. So especially if you have a text that you want to annotate on, someone can insert a comment, and then you can see everybody's name and make annotation comments. So that's how you use Google Docs and Google Slides. I hope that was helpful. Please do not hesitate to email me if you have any other questions or would like additional help. I am here. Oops. I'm not. Okay. Yeah. Okay. All right. Thanks.